gonna read this book, Chapter 1 to 3. Marvin repost, super fast, out of control. Start reading. Chapter 1, Saturday. Marvin and his friend were hanging out in his backyard. What do you want to do? asked George. I don't know, said Marvin. It's no fair that your mom won't let us about fresh TV, said Nick. What's so special about fresh air? Let's play unicorn, said Lindsay. Lindsay was Marvin's 5-year-old sister. We're not playing unicorns, Marvin grumbled. So what do you want to do? asked George. I don't know, said Marvin. What about a video game, said Nick? Does that count as TV? I'm the gold unicorn, said Lindsay. Marvin's the rainbow unicorn. Nick, you can be a blue unicorn. Stuart will be pink unicorn. I don't want to be pink, said Stuart. Why I can't be a gold unicorn? You can't start out being gold, said Lindsay. Explain. First, you have to do some good magic. Then Unicorn Fairy will turn you into gold. Lindsay explained. First, you have to do something. We are not playing unicorns, said Marvin. How did you get to be gold? asked George. The Unicorn Fairy made me gold, said Lindsay, because I used my magic to save the princess. We are not playing unicorns, said Marvin. How do you play? asked Nick. Lindsay stared at Nick. She had never heard heard such a dumb question in her whole life. You just pretend you are a unicorn, she said. How? asked Lindsay sighed. She couldn't believe Marvin had such a stupid plan. Just pretend you are a magical horn with a hole in your band, like this. She pranked around the yard, flapping her arms and saying, I am a unicorn, yes I am. I am a gold unicorn, yes I am. Oh, I am a gold unicorn, yes I am. Lindsay started pretending, perting and flapping. Your turn, Marvin, she said. I don't want to, said Marvin. You have to. It's the rules, said Lindsay. Except when I did, I was gold. You have to be rainbow. Just get out of here, Lindsay, snapped Marvin. Can't you see we are busy? You are such a stupid pest. Lindsay stared at Marvin. He was afraid she was going to cry. I'm telling the Unicorn Fairy on you, she shouted. Then she stormed into the house. She slammed the door behind her. Mom, Marvin sighed. So what do you want to do? Sister, I don't know, said Marvin. It's unfair. Your mom won't let us watch TV, said Nick. What's wrong with her? Marvin shrugged. We could ride our bikes, said Sir. Marvin got and a feeling in his stomach. There, now here go to go, he said. Hey, didn't you get the new mountain bike? Said Nick. That's right, sister. How come you haven't shown it to us? Marvin shrugged. It's just a bike. I know, said Nick. Let's ride our bikes down Suicide Hill. Just hearing those words made Marvin feel like he was falling down very steep cliff. Let's ride our bikes down Suicide Hill. I'll go to home and get my bike, sister. Marvin couldn't believe it. Nick was distraught, but he thought Stuart was smarter than that. I'll bring my stopwatch, said Nick. Maybe we can break the record. Really? Cool, said Stuart. Marvin didn't care about breaking records. He was more worried about breaking bones. Lindsay stared to the back door. Marvin was glad to see her. He thought it might be fun to play unicorn after all. Mom wants to see you, said Lindsay. As Marvin walked into the house, Lindsay said, You're in a big trouble now, mister. They walked into the mom's office. Marvin's mother was standing at her desk. In front of the computer, she worked as an accountant. She helped people figure their taxes. She get close to, but it was normally she didn't work on Saturdays, but it was getting close to April 15th, so she had been very busy lately. Did you yell at your sister? Said Marvin. Kind of, she admitted. You need to tell your sorry, said his mother. Marvin turned up to Lindsay. He was wearing her sad and peaceful face. He got an idea. Why should I? Why should I? He asked boldly. I beg your pardon, said his mother. Lindsay is a pest, said Marvin. Marvin! Exclaimed her mother. Now he owes me 2 sorries, said Lindsay. You are one who should be sorry, said Marvin, for being so stupid. Marvin's mother looked at him for a long moment. He didn't yell at him. He simply said, You need to talk. Nick answered, It's time to go. Then go to home. Then you will spend the rest of the afternoon in your room. Marvin pushed his luck. What? That's no fair, he exclaimed. We are going to ride down bikes down Suicide Hill. You won't be riding your bikes for a week, said his mother. Marvin went back outside and told his friend the bad news. Why? What did you do? Said Stone. Nothing, said Marvin. My mom's just in a bad mood. He told them goodbye. Then went up to his room. He felt awful. He was glad he wouldn't have to ride down Suicide Hill, but he felt bad for calling Lindsay a stupid pest. More than that, he felt terrible for being so afraid. He wasn't just afraid of Suicide Hill. He was afraid to ride new bike. It seemed to be big and it had handbrakes. He had never used the handbrakes before. He also didn't know how to use it. He also didn't know how to use all the different gears. What made it worse, he was the one who asked for a new bike. He begged for a new bike. His parents had said it was very expensive. They said the Ari had a bike, but he's called a baby bike. He wanted a mountain bike. He said Lindsay could have his old bike. And in the end, they bought it for him. That was 10 days ago, and he still hadn't ride it. Just thinking about it made him sick to his stomach. At last, he wouldn't have to ride for a week. He washed it. He still and his baby bike. Marvin, said Mr. Note. 2. Monday. You're so brave, said Kirsty Happerton. She sat next to Marvin in Mr. North's class. She has a ponytail stuck on upside of her head instead of the back. Marvin shrugged and smiled. He didn't know why Charlie thought he was brave, but he was glad he did it. Julie and I are going to come watch you, said Sandy. Watch me what? When? Saturday, said Cindy. When you ride your new mountain bike down Suicide Hill. Marvin felt he'd been kicked off the stomach. He tried to not to show it. He didn't. Who told that? He asked. Judy, said Casey. He said you would have ridden down at last Saturday, but you'd get into trouble for calling your sister a stupid pest. Now you can't ride bikes for a week. Marvin didn't know how Judy Westbrook knew so much about his life. So told her, "Is that crazy?" Marvin never trusted. He written down the date down on the Saturday. He just told him that he couldn't ride his bike for a week. "Marvin," said Mr. Note, "have you been listening to anything I said?" He looked at his teacher. I'm not sure. What did you say?" Mr. Note gave Marvin a look. At rest, Marvin asked Stuart why he told Judy that she was calling sister a stupid pest. "He asked me," said Stuart. They were playing Whistlefish tag. Let me get this straight," said Marvin. "Judy just came up to you and said, 'Did Marvin call his sister a stupid pest?'" "Something like that," said Stuart. "And you told her we are going to ride our bikes down Suicide Hill on Saturday?" Marvin asked. "No," said Stuart. Marvin was glad about that. "I told her you were going to ride your bike down Suicide Hill. My mom won't let me." "My mom won't let me either," completed Nick. "Just because it is dangerous or something. But we'll come to watch you," said Stuart. You might need someone to call 911, said Nick. Marvin couldn't believe it. They were the one who had wanted to ride down Suicide Hill, not him. He brought a remember neck, brave lots of time, full speed all the way. "I thought you've ridden down a Suicide Hill," he said. "No, I never said that," said Nick. Marvin knew he was lying. He threw a paper plate down on the ground and stepped on it. "Everyone has two paper plates." The paper plates were the Whistlefish. Cursor and Trevor was beside him. "Hey, Marvin," said the sailor, "are you really going to ride the Suicide Hill?" I'm not sure." "I'm not. See, I told you he was a chicken," Cursor traveled. "We are not scared," said Nick. "We?" thought Marvin. "If Marvin says he'll ride down Suicide Hill, then he'll ride down the Suicide Hill." Stuart patted Marvin on the back. "But Marvin never said he ran down the Suicide Hill," thought Marvin. "When?" Marvin. Saturday, Sonic at 12 o'clock. High noon, says Sturt. This I've got to see. I'm going to get a front row seat, said Travis. It's going to be the biggest wipe out of his history, said Clarence. And Travis laughed. Marvin didn't know what to do. Everything was happening too fast. He felt like he was speeding downhill, out of course, unable to stop. He wanted to scream. Tuesday. Lindsay was wearing a unicorn pajamas. Do you want to four legs? She asked. 4 legs? Said Marvin. He didn't know what the word meant. He wasn't sure it was a real word. That's what unicorns do, Lindsay explained. With 4 legs. He showed Marvin. He showed how to 4 legs. She skipped down hole and sang. We are happy unicorns. Oh, happy unicorns, 4 legs. Marvin didn't feel like 4 legs. He wasn't happy unicorn. It was Tuesday night. Saturday was only 4 days away. He could see the light on his brother's room. Jacob was doing homework. Jacob has ridden down Seaside Hill before. Marvin knocked on his brother's door. What? Jacob shouted, annoyed. They gave a lot of homework in middle school. I just want to ask you something, Marvin tamely. What? Said Jacob. Marvin wasn't sure what to ask. I don't remember, he said. Jacob glanced at him. Jacob glanced at him. Marvin could tell Jacob thought he was just a dumb little kid. Marvin felt like a dumb little kid. He headed back to his room. The whole school was expecting him to ride down Seaside Hill on Saturday. He couldn't figure out how it happened. He never wanted to ride down Seaside Hill in the first place. It was Stern and Nick's idea, but the parents wouldn't let them. They gave him an idea. It was so obvious. He walked quickly to his mother's office. His mother was working on the computer. He turned to smile at Marvin at her armor. Sorry to bother you, Marvin said. Oh, that's okay. He took a sip of a coffee. In 4 days, I'll get right to my bike, Marvin said. That's right, his mom said his mother. I hope you'll learn your lesson, Marvin nodded. You know the first place I'm going to ride it? He asked, trying to sound excited. Marvin, his mother asked and said. Where? Suicide Hill. Sounds exciting, said her mother. She entered some numbers into the computer. Marvin thought maybe he hasn't hurt him, or maybe he thought it was no big deal, since Jacob had written down lots of times. Didn't realize Jacob was a lot older. Suicide Hill, he repeated. I'm going to ride my brand new bike, expressive bike, super fast down Suicide Hill. I'm glad to see you. You're so excited and about being so wonder. Stuart and Nick Prentice not let them ride their bikes down Suicide Hill, said Marvin. I guess they think it's dangerous to turn something for three-grader. I guess, said his mother. He entered some more numbers into his computer. Marvin wondered if she heard anything he said. He kept trying. I guess Mom is worried. Might be break his arm or worse. I know you. Be careful, said his mother. Sure, I'll be careful, said mother. But when you are going downhill super fast, out of control, it is raining, said her mother. Marvin didn't know what that had to do with so flashing or lightning. A few seconds later, her turn Sunday. A few seconds after that, Lindsay came running into his room. Turn off the computer! She screamed. She was wearing her wild and worried face. She asked her mom, There's nothing worried about, said her mother. There was another flashing of lightning. Turn it off, Lindsay demanded. She was crying. I know you're scared, said her mother, but the lightning will come through the computer. Lindsay shook her mother's eyes. We're all very safe, she said. Marvin's father came into the study. He picked up Lindsay and held her close. Everything is all right, he told her. She has to run. She has to turn off before it explodes. She has important job to do, and it's our job to let her do it. You too, Marvin. Marvin followed his father as he cried Lindsay to her room and sat on the bed. Can I sleep with you, Marvin? Lindsay asked. Please. Marvin felt bad for her, but he tried to sleeping with Lindsay once before. He could never keep still. He kept kicking him all night and ended up sleeping sideways across his bed. Lightning and thunder are just part of the nature, he said. A bad part, said Lindsay. You're pretty safe, said her mother. Do you think I would leave you alone if I thought you were in danger? No, Lindsay whispered. You are the gold unicorn, said Marvin. Unicorns aren't afraid of storms. They're a long clumper of thunder. And she underchecked the cover. You know that thunder can't hurt you, said her father. I know, Lindsay said from under cover. But you're still scared? Yes. Try to be brave, said her father. Remember, the fear isn't on outside. The fear is inside your heart. Lindsay came from the undercovers. He looked puzzled as she was trying to figure what it meant. Marvin tried to figure it out too. You need to stand up the storm, said his father. And say, I'm not afraid of you. Lindsay gave it a try. She sat up the straight of her bed and looked at window. I'm not afraid of you, she declared. Good, said her mother. Father, that's my brave girl. He kissed her goodnight. He tried to out the door. Come on, Marvin. Marvin could see Lindsay trembling with fear. As she walked the door, he added a whisper to himself. I got unicorn, yes I am. Oh, I'm very brave unicorn, yes I am. That's the end of this book. Goodbye.